Welcome back to True East. We're now seeing a wave of military reviews and investigative reports explaining how Israel suffered such a devastating failure on October 7th. And while much of the conversation is focused on what went wrong that day, the tactical failures, the intelligence gaps, and lack of preparedness, I would like us to take a step back and ask a different question. Because what's becoming clear is that there wasn't a single failure. That might have made this easier to fix. Instead, the evidence points to something far deeper, a systemic breakdown, a failure that didn't begin on October 6th, but one that's been developing quietly for years, maybe even decades. Take the newly released report on the IDF base at Nahal Oz. Only one soldier was guarding the perimeter. Key defensive positions were unmanned. Hamas had detailed intelligence on the layout, the troop schedules, and the vulnerabilities. Within 30 minutes, around 250 terrorists overran the base, killing 53 soldiers and abducting 10 others. Or consider Netiv HaSarah, a small moshav near the border. Despite 37 soldiers being present, including a battalion commander, 3 terrorists killed 17 civilians. Local defense teams were ordered not to engage. Golani soldiers were nearby, but they lacked functioning communication equipment. Over the years, the security presence had been quietly scaled back from 2 platoons to a skeleton force, reflecting a dangerous complacency that proved fatal on October 7th. And it wasn't just in the south. Months before the war, the state controller warned that Israel's northern border with Lebanon was also critically exposed. Many outposts lacked barriers. Soldiers were sent out repeatedly on false alarms, draining readiness. Equipment was outdated. Despite the looming Hezbollah threat, there were only a few hundred soldiers stretched across the entire northern front. The conclusion was stark. Had Hezbollah attacked that morning, Israel was no more prepared in the north than it was in the south. These are not isolated failures. They reveal something deeper, something that cuts across geography, leadership, doctrine, and yes, even across politics. Which brings us to the central question of today's episode. What happened to Israel's military strategy? Why did it work in 1948 and in 1967? And where was it on October 7th?